Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Kylie, and this is not usually the content that I've been posting. Thus far, I've really only done sewing videos. However, I do love all types of DIY, which you will see as we get into this video. We just recently moved kind of like a month or so ago, and so this is our new living room. We do have our furniture and things here, but really nothing is decorated or feels cozy, and kind of the furniture is not in the position that I want it to be. So we are going to be working in this room today. We are going to be doing a kind of like room makeover just with all of the stuff that I already have. So I'm not getting anything new for this project, and we are going to be doing a couple little DIYs here and there. So if you are interested, keep watching. The very first thing I'm going to tackle though is the couch, because this orientation is really not working, and this couch actually comes completely apart. So each little section is its own piece and it kind of just clicks together. So I want it to be that this piece here is over here instead, to kind of create the barrier between the kitchen and the living space, because the kitchen is right behind us. And then I would prefer for this chair to go over here. I think it's just going to be better space-wise. If anyone knows how to get dog hair out of woven fabric, please let me know, because we cannot get this hair off the couch no matter how hard we try, and he's not even allowed on the couch. It's just from whatever's on our clothing, and then we sit on the couch. This is from him walking by, but the actual couch is filled with hair and we cannot get it out. I've tried lint rollers, I've tried the chomp chomp thing, I've tried so many things. I've even tried just like tape, just literally. I would literally have to go in with maybe like a tweezer and like tweeze all of the dog's hair out. So if you have any tips, let me know. As I just took that piece apart, I just realized that I took it apart in the wrong spot. I just like wasn't thinking. I've done this twice now. We set up the couch at our old apartment the way that I'm putting it now. So we had like the extra piece on this side, and then it didn't work in that apartment, that layout. So then we moved it to this side, and now I'm switching it back. So this is now my third time switching it, and I just did it wrong, because I took this piece off, this piece that was here, but really this piece needs to change. So that's annoying. This is actually my fourth time doing this, because we had to take the whole couch apart to get it here. I'm just remembering, and I had to put it back together then. It is really convenient though, like to be able to move it around and switch it, and like it made moving it here so much easier, but it does take a minute. me your recommendations on how to get hair out of woven furniture because it needs to go. Marty, come here. Are you looking for this? Hello? These are going to go on here. This is how we have them in our other apartment. It's a little interesting because our other apartment was like so disjointed. Like it was like room closed off, hallway, room closed off, hallway. It wasn't quite like a shotgun, but it might as well have been. The hallway just didn't go through the rooms, but we had like a full dining room. We do have like an eat-in little nook here, but we don't have a full dining room. So this and the china cabinet and these and the bar cart were all in our formal dining, and now they're kind of in our living space. So it's kind of just adjusting and making the space different. So these actually I got secondhand, the whole thing. I got these from a thrift store here in Philly. I forget what it's called. It like was a church and they like renovated it to be like a thrift store. I'll find the name and I'll put it down here. But these were like $5, the lampshades. They were brand new. They came in plastic. And then these I actually got at a Habitat for Humanity in my hometown in New Jersey, and they just like sat until we moved into an apartment. But they were in our old place, so I'm gonna put them back on here because I think it'll just look good. And they are like the same color as the bar cart, so it kind of pulls that in. And then when you see the painting for this wall, it also pulls in the colors from there. So I think it'll look good all together. When I was pregnant, I couldn't stand caffeine, so we have a bunch of decaf as well, but it's always a good option to have. This is gonna be so much more useful to us than a bar cart, and it honestly frees up so much space in our kitchen on our countertop, and we really do not have a lot of countertops, so this would be fantastic. Also, we didn't want to part with it because I actually made this, well, I refurbished it. I found it actually on the side of the road, and this originally had like glass and metal in the doors, but one of the panels was completely broken. There was no glass in it anymore, and it was wood. Don't come for me for painting wood, okay? As you can tell, I love wood. Every piece of my furniture is real wood. But there's just a time and place to paint and to not paint. And I did leave some of the wood. I stripped this and then restained it kind of like this natural wood color. I did all new knobs. I painted it. It did get a little chipped when we moved, so I do have the little paint sample that I used, so I'm gonna fix that up in like the corner over here. But we don't want to part with it just because it's really nice. It's unique because I made it to how I like it and how I want it. So I'm glad that we can reuse it as a coffee cart instead of a bar cart. The focal point of this room is really going to be this wall. We're going to do a big giant gallery wall with all of the art that we already have. Specifically, we have a massive piece of art that I want to be in the center. So we're going to do that along with other frames that I have. And I'm going to be doing a little DIY, almost like a shadow box, but without the like 3D box effect of some souvenirs from like travels we've done. So I just want to fill this wall with like lots of different art and color and textures to just kind of make it less gray and boring. Our other living room, the apartment that we had moved out of, was just like so cozy and warm, and we did paint the walls, but I'm just not ready to commit to painting right now because I'm fresh off of repainting those walls white. However, I'm not a fan of the gray, so I'm hoping that we can really just warm the space up with all of the art here. This is the star of the show. All right, we're gonna have to mark where the middle is. I'm not gonna do it like precise, but just generally where the middle is. What's 36 times 4 plus 8? 152. Okay. What's that divided by 2? 76. Okay. All right, I think I like it there. Let me mark it.
I can hold it a little bit better without me in the way if you'd like.
No, that's good.
Are you sure?
Yeah. So in here we have different like frames and decor that we had in various rooms in our other place. Some of these are pictures that I took. So I took these photos when I studied abroad. These are just like different places that I went to. The frames are really cheap. We'll probably keep them for now, but maybe I'll replace them since you can see like some of them are like nicked a little bit. But I really love the colors, like the blue and like all the different colors in this. So these will probably go up. It'll just be a matter of where. And then same kind of deal, I've got some like beach shots. This was in a room that the accent color was blue, so that's why they're all kind of like blue toned. And then we have a couple that are out of a frame. So this one we got in Paris. When we lived in Madrid, we visited Paris and went with friends, and we got this there. And this one is from when I studied abroad. I also got a painting in Paris of the Eiffel Tower, which is so pretty. They have like a bunch of these like along the river in Paris. People like painting and selling it. This one's not gonna go in this room. I already have an idea where this is gonna go, but just to show you some of the artwork we have. This will go in the kitchen when I get to that. This is an empty one, so that is a possibility for that Arc de Triomphe. Maybe that will go in here. This one is so awesome. We got this at a thrift store, and it's Boathouse Row here on the Schuylkill, and this one is fantastic, but I don't know if it's going to fit in this wall. Maybe, but there's definitely going to be a spot in this apartment for this one. Like maybe that goes like to the side of the TV, or maybe even like above it, because this is such a fantastic piece of art. We love this one. It's definitely like a print, like it's not original art, but it is so awesome. The frame, the matting, it all came like this, so that's really cool. We eloped in Madrid, and this is where we eloped, in the park. And my husband got it for me for our first anniversary. It's like metal, and it comes with a little magnet that you stick on the wall, so this will definitely go into the gallery. These were my grandparents. It's like a set of like gold etched, not real gold, but like etched artwork with like a wooden frame. So these will definitely go up. They're really cool though. They like reflect, and they're all like nautical. Oh, actually this is the frame that we're gonna put the arc in. And this is an empty frame that I have, but I love the green color in it. Like this is like a, not really a sage green, it's almost like a mushroomy green with like the cream fabric. That's what we're gonna do the arc with. So off camera, I did this. Well, I did do it on camera, but for short form. So look out for that. But this is some stuff from our travels. I've mentioned it kind of briefly that we lived in Spain and also I studied abroad. I majored in Spanish in college, so then I studied abroad and I lived in the suburbs of Madrid. I had always wanted to go back for a longer time, and so for a school year, my husband and I moved there to be English teachers, and while we were there we did a little bit of traveling. So all of this is from our travels, which is really cool, and it's really, it goes with the whole wall, but it's also really nice to just like see some of the stuff from when we lived there. I also changed the coffee cart a little bit to make it a bit more functional. The espresso machine being here kind of like blocked the light switches, so it wasn't really working. So I had an extra one of these little like risers, so this works great. And I was able to put some little decor. This is like an old espresso grinder. You like crank the handle and it used to come out here. My grandma gave that to me. You're sensing a theme. A lot of the stuff that we have has been gifted from people, like that they no longer wanted it, or it was just old and nice and they knew I'd like it. So that's from her. And then this also, another on-brand thing, was from our time in Spain and has little sugar in it. So I hit a little bit of a problem with the curtain rod. The wood that's like here is like not drillable in any way, shape, or form. I literally have this stuff just taped right now just so I could see what the curtains would look like. When the sun's coming in, like in the hour that it is right now where it's like really bright, we'll pull the shades down to have like full coverage. But then in the morning time when the sun is not as bright, we'll just be able to so the curtains really give nice privacy while being super translucent so we can see right through them in terms of the light coming through. So, and they are 2 curtains. We could like open them if we want. But one of the reasons why we are doing these curtains is because these windows are like stained weird. I don't really know what this is or how to get it out. So this will cover it up just fine. I really wish I could have come on here and said that I found the best renter-friendly hack, but unfortunately these curtains fell, I kid you not, like 2 minutes after I finished filming the final shots. I tried to use this like 3M double-sided sticky tape, but it didn't work, so I ended up just purchasing tension rods and putting those up instead after the fact. And with that, our makeover is complete. I do, on the other side of the wall, have some things to do. The other side is completely bare, so I would love some decor over the coffee cart and maybe some nice wood shelvings to bring some more warmth on the walls to the left of the TV. But that'll have to be in like a living room refresh. Another thing on my project list is the coffee table. I love the coffee table, but it needs a little TLC, and it's also the same exact color as the floor. So there's just a lot of wood tones that are kind of fighting each other. So I'd love to make that another project, but I'm really not sure what color I want it to be. But without further ado, let's see the reveal.